What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Welcome to our excellent adventure. I'm Sean.
And I'm Jen.
And today we're going to talk about the yeses and nos of a wedding.
No.
No?
No, that's not what we're talking about.
We're not?
We're talking about traditions that we're keeping in our wedding that are like traditional, and then ones that we are absolutely throwing out the door. As we get further along in the planning, we have to start thinking about the little details. And when we started thinking about the little details, we realized that we are weird.
Mm-hmm.
So
we were just talking about how we saw something and they were had this traditional thing, and we're like,
and then we saw somebody doing something really stupid and funny, and we're like, that's what we want to do. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we want to talk about some of the traditions we're keeping and some things that we're doing completely different. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure different is relative. I'm sure other people have done a lot of the things that we're going to talk about. Mm-hmm. But for us, they're pretty different. Mm-hmm. And especially having been married before, I've done really traditional. I even did weird the first time. But we're doing a whole other level of weird this time. So, and this is just some of the things. Mm-hmm. We might need to do another video on this later when we come up with more.
Oh, yeah.
So, the first thing that we're keeping that's pretty traditional is that we're getting married in a church by a pastor. Mm-hmm. That's pretty normal. What makes that slightly not normal is that I'm Jewish.
Oh.
Now that I think about it. But it's his dad's church, and his dad is the pastor. So, it's like... it makes sense.
Yeah, so
it makes sense.
It's one of those things where it's traditional, but not.
Yeah, it's traditional. It's pretty traditional to get married in a church by a pastor, okay?
But not with your dad being the pastor?
Actually, that's pretty traditional. There's a lot of people whose parents are in, clergy and stuff.
Oh. Okay,
well. That's how you say it, right? Clergy? I don't know. So that's pretty standard. Getting married in a church by a pastor in Ohio. But again... Jewish, so we're gonna have to add some traditions. Maybe he'll step on the glass. I don't know.
I'll have to figure out.
We'll figure out what traditions we're able to add without it being really terrible. Mm-hmm. Also, we're gonna have a first dance. Mm-hmm. We're gonna do the first dance thing. I don't know that it'll be choreographed. It may just be us swaying. We really just don't want to have that much pressure on a first dance, and we'll get to why that is when we get to what's weird about our wedding. So our first dance is just going to be our song and us going, yay! Yeah. I need a gif of that.
And honestly, though, it's not like people haven't seen us dance before with
choreography. Everyone sees us do choreographed dances all the time. It does not need to happen at the wedding at all.
That's going to be when we can semi-relax.
Right? You would think. So we're going to have our first dance. I know that sort of traditional, sort of not. You will have a mother-son dance, which is really, really important. I don't know what I'm going to do. I may have a mother-daughter dance because my dad passed away a few years ago. So I really don't have that as an option. But I could dance with my mom. And
she would love that.
She would love that. It would probably be to something ridiculous like Age of Aquarius, but hey, that's her favorite song. I mean, if I do a choreographed dance, it's gonna be with my mom. You know it.
You guys should dance to "Spot Me for Lunch."
No.
I love that song.
It's not called "Spot Me for Lunch." It's called "The Hunger Within."
Oh, my bad. I'm bad with names.
Yeah, he is. So that's sort of traditional, sort of not. Another aspect of that is I will be being walked down the aisle. I wasn't originally intending on it, but then I guess my brother really wanted to, or really wants to, so my brother will be walking me down the aisle. Slightly not traditional, but would have been traditional had I had the option. I did get to have my dad walk me down at my first wedding, which is, if there was any reason to have that first wedding, it was so that I could do these things with my dad. But since he's not here and I can't really get a remote-controlled Wally to walk me down the aisle, my brother will be handing me off. So those are some of the fairly traditional things that we plan on doing. And
look, we're normal.
Sure. Wait till we get to the rest of this list.
We're normal-ish.
So why do we not want to do a choreographed dance?
Why, Jen, don't we want to do a choreographed dance?
Because 2 weeks before that, we will be doing an entire choreographed show with the wedding as its theme. We're going to be doing a show with both of the companies that is basically our wedding as a theatrical production. So it'll be 2 weeks before we actually get married, but it's going to be a full tap dance show. And it's going to be hopefully at WasabiCon in Jacksonville, Florida. We're hoping that that's where we get to do it. If not, we will find some place to do it. So exciting that this is going to happen. If anything, I'm like more excited about the show than about the wedding.
I'm
like
more
wedding
stressed about the show than I am about the wedding.
That's because you have to learn all these new dances.
And the cool part is that we get to, there's going to be storyline, there's going to be acting, there's going to be dancing, and it's just going to be a fun experience for the fans to see us, and for, you know, because if you guys aren't aware, if this is brand new to us, we're actually a professional tap dancers. We're in company. I'm in one company, Noise Complaint. She's in both of them as the.
I am the owner of the company. Be in it.
She is the owner of Rhythm
I'm the
Theory.
artistic director of Noise Complaint Tap Dance Theater and Rhythm Theory Tap Ensemble. And he's a tap dancer and videographer, photographer, and tech guy in all of those. He's our tech captain as well. In Noise Complaint. You're not in Rhythm Theory. You're not cool enough to be in Rhythm Theory.
I performed one song one time with Rhythm Theory because it was a song that I've done with Noise Complaint.
Yeah.
And
we're like, come join us. He's like, okay. So yeah, we're professional tap dancers, and we do shows all the time. We have a show this coming Saturday that will be Dungeons and Dragons themed, and we have a show the next weekend after that which will be video game themed. And so we do these kinds of things. It involves acting, improv, comedy, tap dancing. The wedding show will be all of the songs we've done that brought us together in one way or another. Like the songs that were videos that you did, or songs from your first time on stage and stuff like that with me, and just like the first dances that we did together. What's upsetting me about the show is that we will only get to perform it one time. Every show that we perform multiple times. This has a shelf life of one time. So we have to spend all summer and all fall training for this one show. And we only get to do it once? That's tragic. Can't we do it at Conjuration too?
I don't see why not. I mean, I guess it's
Let's do it all fall.
It's like our when we've done like the Halloween sets.
Yeah, let's do it all fall, and we'll do it every anniversary.
Hey,
I don't like doing all this work for like one time, okay? But anyway, that's why we don't want to do a choreographed dance, because we are that out of the box. We're going to do a whole theatrical production.
So technically we're doing a choreographed dance.
Yes, just not at the actual wedding. I am chilling at the wedding is what's happening. Another thing that we're doing differently, we've talked about this in other videos, we're not having bridesmaids and groomsmen per se. We're having a full-on bridal party, but we wanted to make sure everybody felt comfortable in the role, because we have various genders crossing the different traditional roles. So we're calling them brides nerds and grooms geeks instead of bridesmaids and groomsmen, because it's not just men on your side and it's not just maids on my side. We just have a variety of genders in our bridal party, and we want to make sure everyone's comfortable with the title, because even the title matters. So we want to make sure people are comfortable with that.
Oh yeah.
And also, we're not forcing them to wear any specific thing. We have a color scheme, but people on either side can wear suits, they can wear dresses, they can wear casual pants and top. Like, we're not really...
We're not
policing that.
Yeah,
it's just a fall color scheme.
As long as they fall in that color scheme, you're good. You know?
Yeah. So that's very untraditional of us. Like on my side, there's going to be a few people in suits. At least one. At least one person will take the opportunity to go, ooh, I got to wear a suit. And then there's going to be another person in a gorgeous dress, I'm sure. So it's just, we want everyone to be able to be themselves. And that is fairly untraditional. Like, I watch a lot of Say Yes to the Dress when I'm running, because it makes me run faster, because I get mad at how much they're spending. Like, I watched the Bridesmaids edition, and one bride comes in going, well, I want everyone to wear a different dress, but in the same color. And I was like, oh, I did that for my first wedding. And the person that owns the store is like, you can't do that, honey. It's not going to look right. And I'm like, I mean, who cares? But she changed the lady's mind. So apparently what we're doing is very non-traditional, but whatever. Another thing that we're doing is we might have a flower girl, but we kind of don't want a flower girl. We want a flower man. You know those videos of, like, the guys with, like, the fanny packs and then they dance down the aisle throwing flowers? Mm-hmm. We want that so badly. Mm-hmm. But, like, I have an idea, and I just got this idea.
Oh?
What if we have Iris and Ken?
Ooh.
Iris is the flower girl, and Ken is the flower man. And we can even make him, like, a suit that says, snack pants.
Oh, yeah.
Joey snack pants on it.
Ken is one of our friends, and he's
Iris's dad. So I thought it'd be so cute if the two of them did it. I just came up with this idea just now, and he's cool enough to do that, I think.
He might. So we'll ask him.
It's really important to me that Iris is in the wedding, and she has no idea. I don't think Ken or Katie know anything about us wanting to ask, but I guess now that it's going to be on the internet, we should probably ask.
Probably. And if that doesn't work out, if they say no or whatever, I still think we should have auditions. Yeah,
we talked about having, like, with our bridal party and all of our other friends, we talked about having auditions to see who would be the best flower man. Mm-hmm. And that person would go down the aisle with the flowers.
We're going to put this out there. The flower man position can be gender.
Any gender.
Yep.
Any gender. We're just calling it flower man because that's what we saw in,
it sounds
in
like
a lot
superhero.
Of videos. Yeah, I am flower man. So it could be any gender. It doesn't matter.
All you got to do is
ham it up
and send us a audition tape. And
it has to be people we know.
Yes, it does have to be people we know.
It can't just be randos from the internet.
Now, if you're a rando from the internet and you send us one, we may watch it on the channel and react.
And if you're really, really that good at it, let's talk.
Yeah, we might be like, you got beat out by Joey78492. I've known you my whole life. How did you get beat out by Joey?
So yeah, that's one. I mean, it's a big trend right now to do it, but like it's so funny. It's right up our aisle.
Oh yeah,
it is absolutely up our aisle, and then we can pick a funny song, and maybe that one I showed you this morning. No, but that's not real. That's not right. It's fine. Okay, so another thing is that his mom is brilliant. His mom is absolutely brilliant. She's been, like, planning the wedding for us behind the scenes, and that takes so much stress off my plate. You have no idea. Like, she has, like, charts written out and everything.
Especially because it's going to be in Ohio, and as you guys know, we live in Florida.
I've never really been up there for more than 2 days, so I'm very grateful that she's doing this. I know a lot of other brides would be like, ugh, my mother-in-law is planning my wedding behind my back. It's not even like that. Like, please do it. Oh my, let me just show up and have everything done. Oh, it's the stress relief is amazing.
It's so sweet.
And she's so sweet.
My mom's like, hey, I came up with these ideas. I wanted to know, what did you guys want? This,
and she runs all of it by us, but she's so full of ideas and so creative in ways that I could never be, that I'm just so grateful. And my mom helped me plan the first one, so I'm letting her take this one off.
Yeah.
Like, Mom, you just relax. You just do your thing. It's fine.
And this is my mom's first kid getting married.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And my mom was like, shouldn't I do something more? And I'm like, nah, chill. Just chill. It's all good. You worked the first time. But she came up with the best centerpieces.
Oh, yeah.
So you know how some people have, like, candles and some people have flowers. And we were even talking about doing, like, books. And we were talking about doing, like, a display of games or something. No, his mom is brilliant. This is ridiculously cheap and literally the perfect idea. We are having chips and salsa as centerpieces.
We love chips and salsa.
I'm like, hey, you want chips and salsa for lunch? We love chips and salsa. And she just had the idea, like, well, it would allow everyone to have, like, a snack at the table before they go up to the buffet and stuff. And I'm just like...
So you just have the tray of, or the bowl of
chips and little
individual dip or salsa cups. What are they called? Those little plastic cups?
Hold on, I got this. Ramekin.
I would have never remembered that.
I worked in restaurants.
I assumed that was like a Greek god.
No, I worked in restaurants. They're called ramekins. So little ramekins of salsa and like a big bowl of chips on every table. And we may have to individually like package the chips in the bowl, but they'll still be like, you can just pick the bag out of the bowl, that kind of thing. It just depends on safety measures and what's necessary. So yeah, chips and salsa as centerpieces, cheap and delicious, and no one will complain that our centerpieces were ugly because they were tasty.
Edible.
It's just perfect.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
what
like,
an idea.
Can we have a couple of those at our table? Because we are, like I said, we're big chips and salsa eaters. We'll be sitting there just watching people like...
Yeah, just... As, like, I'm just, like, my dress is getting tighter and tighter as the night goes on just because of chips and salsa. It's going to be great.
I'm going to have that spot right here on my sleeve or somehow I dropped it.
Oh, yeah. And then lastly, one of the other crazy things that we're doing is that we are not going to have a bouquet and garter toss. Neither one of us is into that tradition. I did it the first time. It was just really kind of awkward for me. We are not opposed, however, to having a little video game tournament. The Who's Gonna Get Married Next video game tournament. Whoever wins is the next to be married.
Ooh.
And that way, it's all gender inclusive, too, because anybody can play video games. You don't just have to say, okay, all the girls line up for this, and all the boys line up for this. It's like anybody. We want to be as inclusive as possible with our wedding, because not only do we have friends that are on, like, the whole rainbow, but also just because that's who we are. We just want we want everyone to be comfortable in their own skin and in their own person, and being able to be themselves. So when we say things like brides nerds, it doesn't have a gender on it. I think the only gender qualifier is on me, which is bride, and on you, which is groom. So I think that's the only qualifier. Everybody else gets to just be like, I'm a nerd. Oh, are you a geek? I'm a nerd. And so I get the nerds and he gets the geeks, and it works out because he's actually more of a geek, because geek is like somebody who's really into like pop culture or like comics and video games, and somebody who geeks out over those things, versus a nerd who's like a Poindexter intellectual smart person who's like super awkward at being social, and that's more like me. So
I like it.
Yeah, video games versus math. It's geeks and nerds, so it works out.
I think I won with that one.
No.
No?
No, my GPA says otherwise.
Oh, my GPA says you passed.
C's get degrees.
Yeah, they did. So, yeah, I like the idea. Now we'd have to come up with what game.
Yeah, I'm thinking Smash Brothers.
Ooh, because it's something easy.
Yeah.
Like, have 4 people at one time, whoever wins.
I'm thinking a Smash tourney. But we'd have to do it after or before the wedding. It would have to be like during the bachelorette party or bachelor party. Oh, that's the other thing, is that we are actually doing a combined bachelor party.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We can't separate our bridal party by gender. So what makes anyone think that we can separate them for any reason during like the pre-wedding festivities, which include like a bachelor party?
Oh, yeah.
And we're kind of inseparable. We're going to do it together.
Yeah. To us, it's everyone's like, oh, it's your last night out as an individual. Or what? No, we're still individuals.
No,
we
just want to party together.
Yeah, we just want to hang out together. We want to go have food, go do something fun, and just hang out with our friends.
Yeah.
You know?
And I would feel like I missed out on being with all the people that he took. And he would feel like he missed out on being with all the people that I took. And he'd be like, yeah, we went bowling. I'd be like, dude, I wanted to go bowling. And he'd be like, well, you went skating. And I'll be like, yeah. And he would want to go skating. And so it's like, we're just going to do it all together. I don't know if we're going to do like rated G bowling and skating, or if somebody's going to convince us to do worse things, but I don't know.
Worse things like putt-putt. We're going to go putt-putting.
We're not going putt-putting because it's called mini golf.
It's called putt-putting.
It's called mini golf.
We're going to Ohio. It's called putt-putt in Ohio.
Marriage is off. It's called mini golf.
But we're going to be in Ohio.
I need all y'all to write down in the comments what you call it. Is it mini golf or is it putt-putt?
Yes.
I need you to tell me.
We need to know if you're wrong and right mini golf, or if you're right
golf.
and call it putt-putt.
It's miniature golf.
It's putt-putt.
It's mini golf.
Honestly, it's really the whole frisbee thing. The flying disc is not technically called a frisbee. Frisbee is the name brand. So
Putt-putt is a name brand? Not everything is Coke. It's a soda. There's one thing called a Coke, but everybody up in Ohio calls it Coke. Right? No, you guys call it Pop. Who calls it Coke?
It's like the...
It's like
what is
New
it called?
York?
It's that area.
The New England area? Everybody's
like,
oh, can I get a Coke? What kind?
Regular?
Coke? Cherry?
Yeah, I went there.
Diet?
And they were like, I'm going to get a Coke. You want something? I'm like, yeah, I'll take a Coke because I didn't know. And then so he comes back with a Coke for me, and then he has a Mountain Dew. I'm like...
I didn't know you had Mountain Dew. Like, yeah, it's so.
Yeah.
Let us know what you call it, and it's mini golf. Anyway, yeah, we can't do this. I just talked about this in another vlog. We can't get married. Never mind the wedding's off, because I like Superman and he likes Batman. That's a problem. I like Marvel better. He likes DC better. Well, shoot. I like Biggie Smalls, and he likes Tupac. This was doomed to fail from the start. And now it's mini golf versus putt-putting? Is it GIF or GIF?
I always called it a gift to you. And then you played the video for me, and it's GIF.
It's GIF. But in order to make everybody happy, I call him a GIF-GIF.
GIF-GIF.
I just say GIF-GIF, just to make everybody happy. Yeah, we have a problem. This is Captain America Civil War right now. Which is funny, because in Noise Complaint's show, circling all the way back to Noise Complaint, he's Tony Stark and I'm Captain America.
You know what's funny?
We're doomed.
We're going to have to pick our friends based on, we'll have to have the brides nerds and the grooms geeks. We'll have to go through and have like a questionnaire. Do you like Batman or Superman?
Oh, and that's how we decide
who's on what side.
I love it. That's super not traditional too, so good video to add that in.
Look, it was that or else we pick everybody like dodgeball.
Yeah.
Everybody lines up and we're like, I'll get you. Oh, man. She's faster.
Okay, wait. I just had a weird idea.
Do we have to fight it out?
No. What if we add one more non-traditional thing? You know how we have all these friends that make stuff? Mm-hmm. What if we let them vend?
That would be cool.
That'd be so... I was just thinking that Virginia... We're inviting Virginia. If you didn't know, you're invited, by the way. We're inviting Virginia. Mm-hmm. And then there's Panda. And then we also have, like, 4 or 5 other people that make stuff. If they don't want to, that's one thing. But, like, what if we set it up to where people could, like, vend?
We could sell stuff.
Instead of having favors, instead of having, like, wedding favors or whatever, we allow people to, like, shop at, like, an artisan nerd market.
Mm-hmm. That'd be cool.
Is that cool or is that terrible? Let me know. Like, idea. Is that people just don't want to work at it? Or like, we could have people set out their display and then, like, there's, like, a piece of paper where people could write down, oh, I'm interested in this, and then at some point after the night is over, people can, like, do the transactions so that people can still enjoy the wedding, but maybe, like, I don't know. It's just... I love going to cons, and maybe having an artist alley is cool. I don't know.
If you guys like that idea, or if you have a modification to that idea, let us know.
Yeah, I literally just thought of that. If it's a terrible idea, let me know. It's fine. I don't care.
I'm liking this idea. Like,
I know. I'm sitting here like, oh, I could buy candles at my own wedding. Wait. I was just thinking, like, because if Virginia's there, she has, like, the most beautiful stuff. Mm-hmm. And then if we had, like, Panda's mom makes chainmail and jewelry and crocheted stuff, or Panda makes crocheted stuff, and, like, you know what I mean? Like, wouldn't it be cool to have, like, a little nerd market in the lobby?
I like the idea of a nerd market.
Even, like, before. What if we did it before the wedding started so that everybody can just relax afterwards, but, like, while the bridal party's taking pictures,
it could be going...
Wait a minute, like a nerd market cocktail hour before the ceremony.
Ooh.
Yeah, like 2 hours or so. People can set up, they can shop, they can do whatever. If people forgot, like, a wedding gift, they can buy it from them. And no pressure on gifts, but, like, you know, that's
the pressure.
Oh my God. That's not a bad idea, but
Jen likes candles.
I do.
that smell sweet.
That smell like I know how to bake. Anyway, so, like, what if we did that while the bridal party's going out and doing all the photos? Because we're doing that before the ceremony, just in case we don't want a long amount of time. But then people can show up and do the nerd market first.
I like that idea a lot.
We'd have to clear it with your dad first.
Yeah,
See, I told you, we're going to do the planning on camera.
I approve it.
Okay. We'll see how he feels.
It's not my church. I mean, what are you going to do? Tell me no?
Before I come up with any more harebrained ideas, let's go ahead and end this vlog. Yes. This was so much fun. I'm glad we got to do this. I'm really excited. As we get closer and closer, I get more nervous and more excited, and I really need to get on the ball with my dress, and you need to figure out what you're wearing, and nope. Although this shirt is perfect.
This shirt is me.
This is so you. I'm not procrastinating. I'm doing side quests. It's you.
But no, I'm super excited about the wedding. I love all these ideas. I absolutely love the nerd market idea. I'm, like, geeking out right now. Like,
I love it too. If that's interesting or, like,
can I sell
really
stuff?
Cool, yeah, actually, you can sell your art. If that's really cool, let us know. If it's a terrible idea, let us know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us for our traditional versus non-traditional wedding planning video. Jen and Sean's excellent adventure will perform on October 17th and or
16th, we don't know.
Or 16th, we're not sure. Or and then we'll have the actual wedding later on in October. So exciting. And then
Send us your videos.
Yes.
Either by email.
Audition to be our flower man.
Yeah, you can send it by email or by like
flower dude.
Flower dude.
Dude is gender neutral.
Is gender neutral.
So it's flower dude.
Flower
Let's
dude.
Do it.
Do you want to be our flower dude? Or if
I
we
want
don't
to be our flower dude.
If we can't pick you because you're, overseas or something, or
we could do a whole compilation video to show. Of
and then we can react to them.
Yeah, I love it.
Send us your videos.
Flower dude video.
Email, post it on Instagram or tag us, or message us directly on Instagram.
Yeah,
can you do that?
Yeah. You can send us a link.
Upload it to YouTube and send us a link.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find a way to get it to us and get it to us. I love it. Yeah, all of our contact information is down below in the description. So, yeah.
It's been a lot of fun. I love these ideas. Super excited.
You know what I'm really excited about?
What?
As soon as we're done vlogging, we get chips and salsa.
I'm really excited about the chips and salsa centerpieces.
Me too.
10
I'm not gonna eat all day just so I can just. That's not true. I'm totally gonna eat bagels all day.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
But thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. As always, you guys have been amazing.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Let us know that you are enjoying this by commenting and hitting that thumbs up button. We are on the road to trying to hit 1,000 of you guys.
We're not even close.
Friends.
Please help.
Yes. Help us.
Help us hit 1,000 subscribers.
But no, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I'm Sean.
And I'm Jen.
And we're out of here. Bye.